AEW Rampage results the 2nd of March 2023. AEW Rampage the 2nd of March 2023 from the Nutty Center in Dayton, Ohio. Tony Schiavone, Excalibur, Jim Ross, and Don Callis are on the call as the action is starting fast. Match number 1, AEW World Trios Championship, The Elite, C, versus The Firm. Omega and Hardy are tagged in quickly. Hardy looks for the twist of fate but Omega escapes and is sent to the outside. Hardy teases an insult off the top but Page catches Omega with a flying elbow off the apron instead. Page in control but Omega hits a Hurricane Runner and tags Nick. Double Enziguri to Page and unassisted Kitaro Crusher by Omega to Cassidy. Nick with a Tornillo to the outside that takes out everyone but Hardy. Matt looks for the Forever Northern Lights inside the ring on Hardy but Page makes the save. Backbreaker by Page to Matt. Hardy in now who deletes Matt into the turnbuckle before hitting a powerbomb out of the corner. Hardy looks for the guillotine leg drop off the middle rope but Page tags himself in and finds himself on the business end of a superkick. Omega in now with the crossbody off the top rope. You can't escape to Page gets a 2 count. Triple team clotheslines by the Firm after a distraction to Omega. Double super kicks to Cassidy by the Bucks allow Omega to hit the Snapdragon suplex on Page. Bottom rope assisted flatliner to Nick by Cassidy but a V-trigger by Omega to Page evens the odds. Enziguri in the corner by Nick and a Bulldog to Isaiah. Triple super kick attempt by the Elite but Page and Hardy pull Matt and Omega out, allowing Cassidy to hit a running destroyer. Double iconoclasm into a twist of fate by the Firm. 2 count. Running V-trigger to Cassidy's back by Omega. One winged angle and this one is off. Wait. BTE trigger now, and this one is really over. Winners and still AEW World Trios Champions, The Elite. Rating, 1/4. Exciting opener here, but the Firm still does nothing for me. The winner was never in question, but the Elite got a fine tune-up match before their eliminator versus R Fox and Top Flight on Wednesday. Match number 2. Swerve Strickland vs Brian Pillman Jr. Both men trade holds and pinning combinations to start. Upkick and a dropkick by Pillman sent Swerve to the outside. Pillman follows up with a baseball slide to the outside as the Mogul affiliates tend to swerve. Clothesline in the corner and a Northern Lights suplex by Pillman gets 2. Swerve kicks Pillman's legs out and comes off the top with a diving European uppercut to the back for 2 as we head to commercial. Huge right hand by Swerve as we come back from break. Leg hooked backbreaker by Swerve who then runs into a superkick by Pillman. Swerve catches a second superkick and kicks Pillman in the injured inner thigh. Swerve kick, does he have a name for this thing? Gets a 2 count. Swerve sets Pillman up on the top but Pillman guillotines Swerve on the top rope. The Mogul affiliates distract Pillman which allows Swerve to hit the Death Valley driver on the apron. Swerve stomp. That'll get the 3. Winner, Swerve Strickland. Rating, 1/4. The match was a match. Swerve got to shine and the Goon Squad did Goon Squad things. Brian Pillman Jr. still seems to be finding his footing, but this was a showcase for Swerve and company. Match number 3. Tony Storm and Sarah vs the Renegades. Storm and Robin to start. Thes's press by Storm as Sarah attacks from the apron. Storm hits a running hip attack that sends Robin to the floor. Tag to Sarah who delivers some clotheslines. 3, to be exact. Running knee by Sarah in the corner followed by a running knee in the center of the ring. 2 count. Tag to Storm. Snap suplex by Storm and a full Nelson. Robin gets out and fights back with some elbows and an Enziguri. Tag to Charlotte who clears the ring with clotheslines. Charlotte charges Storm but eats a shotgun dropkick. Running hip attack in the corner. Superkick by Sarah. Storm 0. Finito. Winners, Tony Storm and Sarah. Rating, 1/2. Barely more than an enhancement match, but Storm and Sarah work well as a team here and you might be onto something. Video package of Adam Cole is shown, working his way back to you. Match number 4. Rush W/Jose the assistant and Preston Vance vs Christopher Daniels. Daniels attacks early and hits a suicide dive to the outside. Rush is up and distracts the referee, which allows Vance to attack Daniels with a camera cord before throwing him into the guardrail. Rush in control with some ground and pound before going for the infamous camera cord and strangling Danielson on the floor. Rush follows up with some strikes in the corner and sets Danielson up for the bull's horns. But thinks better of it, and kicks Danielson in the face. Vance gets involved yet again, as Rush is firmly in control now. Vance now slaps Daniels in the face with wad of cash on the floor before Jose the assistant holds Daniels, and Vance attempts a pump kick but hits Jose instead. Daniels now rolls back inside and looks for a cradle that gets 2. Clotheslines by Daniels and a Blue Thunderbomb get a 2 count. Death Valley Driver by Daniels gets 2. Koji Clutch. Rush is in trouble but Vance pulls Rush's boot under the ropes for the break. Uranage by Daniels and it's time for the best moonsault ever. Rush gets the knees up and sends Daniels into the corner with an overhead belly-to-belly suplex. Bull's Horns finishes this one. Winner, Rush. Rating, 1/2. This was certainly a wrestling match, eerily similar to my feelings on the Pillman Swerve match. Daniels can absolutely still go in the ring, but Rush might not be the best of opponents for him at this point. LFI is apparently still a thing you is interested in pursuing, but something needs to happen with them sooner or later. Final thoughts: I think it's important to have the Young Bucks and Omega on Rampage every once in a while, but we knew there wasn't a lot of intrigue in this one. The rest of the card was kind of just there. Nothing to go out of your way to see this week, unfortunately. 6.010